Hey guys, Raphael here, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Did you say podcast? Dudes, dudettes! You're listening to the podcast on the Geekcast Radio Network. Cowabunga!
Hi, this is Bobby Curnow, Chief Turtle Editor at IDW Publishing, and you are going to have a shell of a good time inside the pull bag.
Check it out. That little dude's facing off against those humongous hogs.
Now, Ronin, you will pay for disobeying the Shogun.
Be warned, you are no match for me.
3 against 1. We shall see.
Well, talking pigs and rabbits, I find that a little hard to swallow.
Not like talking turtles, right?
Are they mutants like us?
I don't think so. This must be some kind of alternate Earth, where animals, not humans, became the dominant species.
Man, this dude is good. Turtle guards, eh? I suppose the Shogun's cowardly son, Lord Bizen, sent you.
Mellow out, Bugs.
Come back and fight, floppy ears.
I'll handle this. Your swordsmanship is excellent. Now let us test the quality of your blade. Now who will challenge me? I will, dude. Such superb technique, such mastery of form, such delicious taste. What strange style of fighting is this?
I would call it slapstick.
I surrender to you. Please spare my life and teach me this slapstick. My name is Usagi YoJimbo.
That means rabbit bodyguard.
I am a Ronin, a masterless samurai.
He's not only from medieval Japan, but also from an alternate universe, so naturally, he speaks English.
What strange castle is this?
Well, it's not exactly a castle. It's more like a sewer.
It is quite, picturesque.
We must return Usagi to his own world. He does not belong here.
But Sensei, tuning into his dimension was a 1,000,000-to-1 fluke. I could never find its coordinates again.
You mean he's, like, stuck here? I have no master, no home. Take me with you. Let me learn of your strange new world.
Do you think we ought to, Sensei?
To turn him away would mean his certain demise.
Put her there, little ace. Put what where? Most curious. Welcome to the group, dude.
Usagi's going to need a disguise.
Hello and welcome to episode 154.5 of The Pull Bag. This is the SEWER SURFIN September finale. I am, of course, TFG and Mike. Joining me is Mr. Joe Reed. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, and we have Radical Ronin Rabbits this week.
Nicely done, sir.
I almost said Radical Ronin Ragdoll Rabbits, but that would be a little
That's
too.
a different Kickstarter.
Yeah, let's talk about drawing blood over here. But yes, this is the SEWER SURFIN September TMNT finale. Obviously, Joe and I will be doing more of the TMNT stuff. We always do, but this is the closer of the month. It is the TMNT Usagi YoJimbo one-shot crossover thing that they put out. This episode was going to be multiple things. I thought we could get on with the Trial of Krang after we did Dimension X last week, but sadly the Trial of Krang was not all going to be released by the time this episode would have to air, so we will come back to the Trial of Krang at some point. I don't know when, but some point.
Soon as we can.
Yeah. As soon as the damn comic gets released.
Yes, I haven't read it yet myself.
Yeah. I think issue 73 is out, so part 1 of the Trial of Krang is out. I have not read that yet. But anyway, TMNT, Usagi YoJimbo. Stan Saki and Tom Luth are on this. Stan Saki, the creator of Usagi YoJimbo, obviously.
It's Sakai.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sakai. I'm sorry. Good Lord.
Just helping you out there.
Yeah, Sakai. So,
go
ahead.
I'm a massive Usagi fan, and I think like everybody, I've come to Usagi through the Ninja Turtles, but once I got there, I realized that, oh my gosh, Stan Sakai has been doing Usagi YoJimbo as long as Eastman and Laird have been doing the Ninja Turtles, only he never stopped. The dude pencils, inks, writes, and letters his own comic, and Tom Luth only does the color on the cover.
Yeah.
Or sometimes there's interior colors on special issues. But
according to this, for this specific issue, story art and letters by Stan, and the colors are also done by Tom.
Yeah, because it's a color book. I flipped inside. Usagi's been black and white for forever, and Stan thanks Eastman and Laird for the black and white revival that happened because of the Ninja Turtles. But I'm such a huge fan of what Stan does in his cartooning skill and in his remarkably consistent lettering that he's won Eisner Awards for like 30 years running. But it's spectacular stuff. It would look cartoony, finger quotes, but everything is done with sincerity, love, and homage to Japanese culture. That's just wonderful.
Yeah, it is. Like my only exposure to Usagi is when he appeared in the '87 cartoon series and his action figure, obviously. Like as a kid, oh god. I loved the Usagi action figure from Playmates as a kid.
Me too.
From the '88 toy line. One of the reasons is, as a child, I had not a lot, but I after the whole when I was 2 years old, we had to have my dog Smokey put down because he was just getting old and he was getting kind of violent a little bit. Not towards me, but, he would start biting people more and more, so he had to be put down because of that. And the next type of pet that my mom let me have was a rabbit, so... So yeah, I really dig Usagi. And plus, I mean, I know it's more, and we'll talk about this as we go along here, but, I know it's more of the Japanese culture and everything else with Usagi and all that, but he's a samurai Bugs Bunny. I mean, come on! What if Bugs Bunny had a samurai sword instead of a piano? I mean, come on.
Only Usagi would never cross-dress as a woman to trick anybody into...
That's true. Out of sheer honesty, don't you have anything to say? Out of sheer honesty. Yes, I would just love a duck dinner. Bang! Obviously, yeah. Usagi's not going to dress like a woman, but you get what I'm saying, though. So we open up this little one shot here where Usagi seems to be fighting off all these other animals, and
they're crappy Ronin. They're lazy, unkempt, dirty Ronin. So the story behind Usagi, for those who maybe haven't read the old series, is that he's a Ronin. He's a masterless samurai. He used to be a retainer for a lord over all this land, and when his master died in a battle, he just started becoming the wandering samurai, the one that we see in all of the old Japanese films where they're looking for somebody to hire them for a quick job, and otherwise they're just kind of wandering around. And Usagi is the pinnacle of the wandering samurai. He's the honorable one. He's the reliable one. And so there's lots of very dirty, drunk samurai walking around. This is the period of Japanese history where the samurai were waning, where they were kind of on their way out, and where people were trying to delegitimize them. So yeah, these guys here are thugs trying to take him down. And what we see in this series, because it's Stan Sakai and he's that way, it's as cute and furry as these characters look, he's cutting these people down. They are dying. They are bleeding and dying.
Yeah, they are. Whew, yeah. So the name of the story is Namazu? I assume
that is correct. You
Yay! Or the Big Fish story.
And so that's another thing. What Stan Sakai does is he pulls from actual Japanese legends. This legend of the big fish that we'll hear about in this story it's a real myth that exists over there, and this is kind of how it came to be and what they deal with, and so we get to learn a little bit of Japanese ancient history.
Absolutely. So Usagi starts more fighting with these characters, and get him, he's only one guy, kill him. He starts basically screaming at them, scaring them, and they throw their swords up and run away, and thank you, Usagi-san. And they're like, no, we don't know who, we don't know who you are, but we knew you'd rescue us. This section of the road is infested with bandits. And they talk about the old one, and that he's expecting Usagi, and Usagi ends up going to this cave-like area, and this earthquake happens, and we see he finally comes to the cave, and that must be the cave. You're late. Who? It's Master
Katera-sensei, who is indeed, yes, a lot like Master Splinter. It's this guy's showed up in the old Usagi series a long time ago during a different crossover with 4 turtles. It is the same guy. So Usagi knows this guy. He's happened to him. They've come across each other before. Yeah. And this guy brought the Ninja Turtles to Usagi's world for some help at a point.
Very cool. I love the panel of the I did not know I was expected. I just love the way Comixology does that. They basically turn on the guided view, they turn it all white, the background of it, and just have Usagi in the center. I love that. That is so cool. Oh, yeah. So the whole time I thought this was like an ancestor of Master Splinter or something, because like I said, it kind of looked just like the guy, kinda, sort of.
Yeah, he's a mystic. He's just a monk guy who has magic powers, but he has something that people need, and he needs a bodyguard, and so Usagi's escorting him to where he needs to go, and he says, "You know what? Hey, I need you to find. You're not enough, Usagi. We need some help. Go get 4 turtles out of the river over there." And so he brings back 4 turtles, and this is the same spell that he did in the old series, Kukachi Sufifu, and gets crazy, but then boom, it's the 4 turtles. They're here. Now, at this point, we're on page what of this? 10?
Yeah.
It's a 1-issue story. It's 40 pages, I think, thereabouts, 42.
Yeah.
About 40. I'm flipping ahead, but it goes very quickly.
Yeah.
There's some pace here, but yeah, the turtles are here and they need them. The modified speech balloons here. We have little brackets in front and in the back. Where are we? What's going on? Whoa! It's a giant rat. He looks like Splinter. Take a look at that bunny. The turtles are freaking out, but they're obviously not speaking Japanese like Usagi and this rat are. They're speaking English, so nobody can understand what they're saying just yet, except for probably Mikey.
Yeah, probably.
They don't address it, but
no, they don't address it. It would have been funny if they did, but yeah, no. And is it just me, or did Stan draw these guys as almost like the 87 counterparts? I mean, obviously there's not letters on the belts, but like they well, the best defense is a strong offense, Raph says. That panel right there where Leo's like, Raph, wait, like I really kind of see a little bit in the facial features almost of the 4 of them that it could be the 87 design, and I'm probably wrong, but it's all up for interpretation, I assume. So
yeah, Stan's got his own style thing, and
I'm sure he does.
I've seen art where he worked on it, and one of the notes that the IDW staff gave him was that our turtles don't have tails. The first sketches he sent over, the turtles had tails like they did in Mirage. No, ours don't, because it looks like a penis. Don't do that. But yeah, I think these are they are ever so slightly different, and they kind of address it later.
Yeah.
And something Usagi says.
Yeah.
Go, well, here it is. Yeah. So the turtles are seeing these guys, and they start attacking, and get the rat, I'll take the rabbit, says Leo, and Usagi in Japanese, so he can't understand him, is saying, Leo, don't you recognize me? It's Usagi. It's because Usagi's seen these guys before, but they were the all red bandana wearing Mirage turtles, so it's the same Usagi getting visited by these turtles from a different dimension.
Yeah.
But Leo and Usagi have always had this thing. They've been the two because they're both swordsmen, and they're both dual swordsmen, and there's always the competition. I want to train with you, and so we get a pretty elaborate battle.
Yeah, very, very cool. I like Stan's storytelling. I like his art. I think his art is cool. It's his art style, and that's fine. Because, like we said, this is and is not in continuity. So there is that. As the story goes, along, you said you called us. Why? And we must return the rock to the. I love the panel where he's like, no, I can show it to you. Behold! Gasp, 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 gasp. Wait a minute, it's a rock. And he starts explaining the big fish story. Catfish named Namazu. So, yeah. Strange story, but hey, it works.
So this catfish lives under the Japanese islands, and it caused earthquakes and is kind of a pain in the neck. And how did this happen here? I'm reviewing. There was either way, the fish gets pinned under the Japanese islands by this giant rock, and this rock exists in Japan. It sticks out of the ground. And it's the story is that it's holding the fish down, and when there's an earthquake, it's because the fish is flopping around a little bit, but that rock holds the fish down, keeping him from destroying all of Japan.
Yeah.
And in this story, a lightning hit the rock and a chip fell off, and it weakened the magic of the stone that holds him down. And so these earthquakes are getting worse and worse and worse. And Master Splinter clone person, Mystic here, has the part of the stone they need to put it back.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the story. That's pretty much what it is that they have to put the stone back to get the fish to stop, flopping around and yada, 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 increase the magic. He goes on to say the fragment has passed through many, many hands. One of those hands...
Is that Chiyu?
Where?
Top left in that panel.
The old guy with the sword flame thing?
Yeah, because that's a Chinese sword.
Yeah, it could be. Who knows? I'm not sure. That'd be a nice little homage.
Yeah. You see anybody else in there you recognize?
Kind of, sort of, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
Groundskeeper Willie from The Simpsons.
Yeah, we've got like this leprechaun-looking fellow over here.
So yeah, at this point, because like I said, this is pretty much what the story is they have to go return the rock. They have to face off against Jay.
Jay is Jay. It's one of Usagi's long-running villains. This is also the same villain that showed up in the Nick series, which was way cool to see. But Jay is he thinks he's been sent from the gods to destroy all the evil of the actual world, and he has some magic powers. Mm-hmm. And so he saw the removal of this stone and then the fish eventually destroying Japan as a good thing. And so he's out to kind of hire all these dirty Ronin to stop the stone from getting back and put in the rock.
Yeah, I almost thought, and obviously, like I said, this is not really in continuity, this entire one-shot here. I almost thought he was going to be a version of Kitsune.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I almost thought it was going to be.
there's a lot of similarities. Only this guy's definitely more overtly evil.
Yeah.
Right away in your face.
Yep. Yep. And somebody tries to leave Jay's, little tribe here, and of course he kills that Ronin. Yeah. Anybody else want to leave? No.
I thought not.
If you will not follow me through greed, you will follow me through fear. Yikes. Yeah. So they're gonna go get the rock and stop them, and we have a nice little battle scene with everybody here, and what I kind of like about Stan's style is, I mean, we see them attacking. Even when Jay killed the guy that mentioned or said that he was leaving, we get the reaction of the guy of him getting killed, but Stan does Stan kind of shows the thing being like, if you go back and you look at that panel, obviously it shows, hi-ya, and it shows the thing through his chest, but there's no real blood in that panel. And there's like a drop on the next panel where he pulls the thing out, where it's where the guy's dropping his sword, but there's, other than his facial reaction, there really is no blood in this whatsoever. And the same thing with the turtles fighting the evil Ronin here later, once they catch up to them at the rock place here, which.
Looks like Leo's using his swords to kill people here.
Yeah, I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying they aren't killing people. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and yeah.
I'm not saying that they're not killing these people. I'm saying that the way it is. Yes, you're right. They are. They're killing people, but it's not showing any this isn't the Marvel Max series where the blood, guts, and gore. That's my point here. They're killing people, but they're doing it in a way where it's not going to make everyone hurl all over their devices as they're doing it. There's not, and
Usagi's been that way since the beginning. He's just this weird kind of. The cartooniness of it, the cuteness of the way that he draws. It's completely at odds with the fact that this samurai rabbit kills people every single issue. Sometimes cold-bloodedly, never dishonorably, but always, people are dying left and right in these panels, but because it's Stan Sakai, it looks cute and innocent. And I went back and started the series over once, a year or two ago, and I remember after having been into volumes 20, 27, I don't know how many, going back to 1, I realized how much more violent and more overt the blood and gore was, but that it just kind of tapered away, and you never really noticed. But yeah, here's here on page 26, somebody's getting stabbed in the throat by a spear, and he just looks kind of like a Simpson Gurk, kind of bugged out eyes.
Yep. So we get to the point in the story here where Master Splinter dude goes to put the rock in, and Usagi kind of has to save him from Jay, and Usagi, I've got your back, and it's Leo coming after Jay, and it's Leo versus Jay, and Stan, you gotta. I know he's trying to simulate sword noises with tang, 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 tang. All I can think of is that stupid orange soda now. Like, seriously, stop it, Stan, stop it. So we get Splinter, wannabe dude, gonna put the rock in, but Jay's almost gonna get him, and Usagi comes in and save him, and he says the magic words and puts the piece of rock back in, and the rock disappears with a giant explosion and a swish, and Leo and Usagi are laying down on the job because they got knocked the fuck out. Because Usagi wakes up because there's a spider on his head.
Yuck,
Spider. He hates spiders. Yow. So they all thank each other and talk, and the sensei is like, your hand, don't worry, it'll heal, I hope. His poor hand. Wow, that's...
Yeah, he kind of did a Dumbledore thing, with the rotten hand.
Yep. So it kind of, he says, now there's no need for the four of you to remain, and Leo's like, I don't know, I'd like to explore this land a bit. That will be for another time. Woohoo! You're right, Usagi. I hope we meet again. As do I. I would like to test my skills against yours. Looking forward to it, buddy. And he says the magic words and sends them back, and they put the baby turtles back in the pond. And thank you for saving my country. Farewell until I need you again. And that's how it kind of ends. And yeah, I thought this was really fun. This is my first exposure to Stan's. Like, I've never read any of the Usagi stuff. Like I said, I know of Usagi from the old cartoon series, but I've never actually read any of the Usagi YoJimbo stuff before, and this was really fun. I thought this is really cool, really interesting. It didn't need to be super deep or anything like that, which it was and it wasn't. It, talked about, the culture and things like that, which is great because that's what Usagi is supposed to be.
And we learned something about this this fish that I didn't know about until I read it, but that's a real thing. Mm-hmm. And Usagi's always been great for that. The format follows like a lot of the am I saying this right? The manga books that are out there, but Sakai grew up in Hawaii and in the United States, and so he's got a very American design and art sensibility. Mm-hmm. And so you have these very, very traditional Japanese stories that aren't culturally difficult for me to get into. Like, I don't do the anime, I don't do the manga, because a lot of it is just to big-eyed children and screamy emotional teardrop from the eye, and I can't do that stuff. But this allows me into the cool parts of the Japanese culture that I really jive with, and makes it palatable for me with my narrow American sensibilities. But Stan's a great guy. I've met him several times. There was a group, in the old days of the internet forums before we had Facebook, and I started chatting and meeting people on there, and got invited to Motor City Comic-Con where Stan was going to be, and this Usagi YoJimbo Dojo group had me out to dinner, and I sat 3 feet from Stan Sakai and had dinner and had sushi with him and these 15 or 20 other Usagi YoJimbo Dojo people, and I have one of his drawings in my sketchbook. He said, "Hey, I need a piece of paper, somebody," and I'm like, "Boink, here you go, Stan." and so I've chatted with him. He's a really, really awesome, down to earth guy. Totally worth spending money to get a scribble, a sketchbook, something in one of the trade paperbacks that he's got. But a fan for life. And the part that makes me very sad about Usagi and his comics and Stan's comics is that he deserves to be just equally as popular as the Ninja Turtles. I think there's no reason that he couldn't do it. I'm hoping someday we get a movie. I'm hoping that the Nickelodeon series, the 3-episode arc. Have you seen that, Mike?
No,
the 3
not
Usagi.
Yet, no.
Oh my God, Mike! I bought them on Amazon because I don't have Nickelodeon. I don't have that as a part of my cable package. It is absolutely brilliant. Stan wrote the first episode, and then the other 2 episodes were. I mean, he arced the thing, but it's the best issue, the best episodes of Ninja Turtles. And watching that made me say, like, "God dang it, I need an Usagi YoJimbo movie." If you're a fan of old Japanese cinema and have a passing knowledge of some of the weird little demons that are in Japanese folklore, that show is brilliant. Those 3 episodes, Just absolutely brilliant.
Awesome. I'll have to check those out eventually. Yeah, I've been holding off on the Turtles series, kind of finishing it off, because I think the last thing I saw was like the first 5 episodes of season 3. I haven't seen all of season 3 or season 4 yet. So.
Oh my gosh, man, it got good.
Yeah, I'm behind.
Well, when you want to review the Usagi crossover episodes, let me know. I'd love to be there for that.
Yep, absolutely. All right, that's gonna do it for us. Damn it. Like I said, I'll probably give this a 4.5. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun little thing. What about you for this one?
I would say 4.5 too, because I just think it was a little rushed. It was like, hey Stan, we're going to give you 40 pages, go, and I'd have liked to see this be a 3-issue arc, much like the TV show was. Just give it a little more time.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, folks. Next month, continuing on with our theme months this year. In 2017 is almost over, folks. I mean, next month is October, for crap's sake. We're going to do Out of Time October. We're going to talk about the Back to the Future comics from IDW. So we're going to talk volumes 1, 2, and 3 on one podcast. So 155, 56, and 57. 158 is going to be Citizen Brown, and then 159 is going to be Back to the Future, Biff to the Future, which is an alternate. It's basically stuck in the alternate 1985. What if Biff actually stayed in charge, kind of thing. It's actually it's in line with the film, with the second film completely. It's as if the second film did not exist. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun. I'm not sure who's going to be joining me for those just yet, but it'll obviously be another Back to the Future fan like I am as well. So that's what's going on in October of 2017. After that, I'm not sure. I've been looking at the numbers on where we upload our episodes, and we're not getting a lot of listens. It's not good, folks. Like, I think in the last 7 days, maybe 12 listens per episode. Come on, guys. I mean, we're putting out some good content here, aren't we? Come on.
Tell your friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell your friends. And we're hungry for interaction. So if you're listening, if you're one of those 12 people who's listening to this show, please drop us a line. Let us know what you think, what you'd like to hear, and ask us questions, because I'm a teacher. I love answering questions. So I'll do the research for you. If there's something you want to know about, Ninja Turtles, Usagi, anything like that, I will go find you the answer.
Yep, absolutely. Make your great escape into comics and join us in the DeLorean next month with Out of Time October here inside the Pull Bag. Make your great escape into comics.
Thank you 1,000-fold, Turtles. Had it not been for your help, my precious dragon would have been destroyed.
Oh, Bento, there is another who needs your protection. Usagi YoJimbo, a stranger from another dimension stranded in our world.
I will gladly care for him until you can find a way of getting him home.
It's that blasted rabbit again.
Watching reruns of your old failures, Shredder?
Far from it, Krang. I am plotting future victories, and this furry little samurai warrior will help me achieve it.
Exactly how do you intend doing that?
By turning him into an ally against the Turtles. Perfect. A completely abandoned warehouse. Oh, for once you two imbeciles did something right. Oh, I had to open my big mouth.
It was his fault. It was not. Yeah.
Oh, shut up, you two. There's work to be done.
Usagi, my son, you will be in charge while I go to the store for some supplies.
Hi, Obento-san. I will defend the museum with my life.
I doubt if that will be necessary.
There. That's the man we want.
A man? But boss, I thought we were gonna grab that bunny.
You Zeros wouldn't stand a chance against that samurai rabbit. On the other hand, if we capture his sensei, he will come to us.
Birdseed, squeak toys, catnip, and 20 pounds of carrots for Usagi. I hope this will last us all for a week.
Hey, Pop, did you have a nice trip?
Insolent young man, who are you? Or rather, what are you?
Don't try nothing funny, geezer.
Take him to the warehouse, then meet me at the Far East Animal Society.
Take a break, dude. It's pizza time.
Not for me. I'm working.
Too busy for pizza? Now the boy is definitely out of it.
I'm too busy to eat. I'm trying to zero in on that dimension Usagi came from.
Hey, no problemo. Just find a dimension where everyone looks like an animal.
Only don't tune in a wrestling match by mistake.
Hold on. I think I'm getting something.
Whoa, it's the planet of the rubber bands.
I think I saw that flick. Hey, see what's on another channel.
Vending machines?
Not quite.
The entire planet is junk food.
Oh, totally radical.
Yeah, maybe, but it's still not Usagi's home world. Guys, this is not gonna be easy.
Here you are, my little friends. These breadcrumbs will have to do until Master Obento returns with the supplies. That must be him now. I will open it, Master. You! Are you not the one they call Shredder?
I have that extreme pleasure.
But you are a bad person.
I guess that's why I made your master my prisoner.
What have you done with him?
He's quite safe, I assure you. And he will remain that way if you carry out a small task for me.
What task?
Destroy the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Never! To take 4 lives in exchange for 1 is dishonorable.
Perhaps I might suggest a more honorable arrangement.
Such as?
We will fight a duel. If you win, the old man goes free. But if I win, you will destroy the turtles.
I accept. Especially since you cannot possibly defeat me.
We shall see, Rabbit.
Ooh, 2 swords clanking together. That's our cue. Dirty tricks. It's what I live for.
Now, my furry foe, prepare to be humiliated. I should warn you, I have never lost a sword fight.
That is because you have never before fought a samurai rabbit.
Blasted coffin! You tricked me!
Surrender, or taste samurai steel.
Bombs away, buddy.
What's this? What manner of beast is trying to devour me? Treacherous coward!
This is gonna be good.
You have lost, my long-eared friend. Now, you must keep your part of the bargain and destroy the turtles.
You are right. I am honor-bound.
You've just heard the latest episode of The Pullback, the GCRN's comic review and discussion podcast. There are several ways to get in touch with us and leave feedback for the show. You can visit the website, geekcastradio.com, where you can comment on the episode and all of our different podcasts. You can rate our show on iTunes. Be sure to leave us feedback. Call the voicemail line, 502-526-5821. Please remember to tell us the show you were leaving the message for, and your name. Become a fan of us on Facebook by searching Geekcast Radio Network. Send us an email feedback at geekcastradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at Geekcast Radio. So until next time, Make your great escape into comics and unleash the geek in you.